We are back testing out the idea of whether or not using some glitches in the current presets of Symphony of the Night, whether it is a good thing or a bad thing overall. I'm of the opinion that some glitches might be more fun and might add some more dynamic decision-making to the randomizer and maybe some extra skill expression. Other people might think, ew, dirty glitches, I hate this, and boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. You decide in the comments below. Anyways, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, cheating in my randomizer? Hold on. I can't believe they would do this. I need to remember to do that, yeah. Break that extra pot. Oh, for those that are wondering, I'm not getting the extra item at the start of the prologue anymore because I don't think it's worth it. I think I'm better off saving, like, 7 seconds, skipping those extra hearts. I saw a couple people comment on it. Because it's like, the only thing it can be that saves you time, realistically, is a library card. And the odds of that is very low. It's like less than 1% chance. Maybe not less than 1%. I actually don't know what the real odds are. Right? Because it's any single-use item spawns in that slot. So every potion, every throwable. I guess food items don't show up, but I think throwables do show up, right? Like Buffalo Star and stuff like that. Bomb-type items, I think, show up. I think library card is basically the only one that matters. Unless we do allow for, what's it called? Reverse shift lines. Yeah, attack potion. So, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, heart refresh would matter if we allowed for reverse shift lines. I'm going to be following my own nebulous rule set, which is mostly vibes-based right now until I can get it, like, codified into something more legit. So I'm not going to be skipping into Shaft and Dracula because that literally turns into find the heart refresh plus flight equals win rule set, which is pretty boring, in my opinion. I won't be skipping any relics, if that makes sense. So, for example, right now, I can't do it, but theoretically, if I had, like, flight or something like that, I could do a floor clip that lets me enter the caverns early. I'm going to choose not to do that because I think the game is more fun. So I'm not going to do that. In fact, I'm pretty sure most glitches are just not going to come up for most people playing the randomizer. The reason I picked Lycanthrope is because Lycanthrope at least gives me the Wolf Relic early so I can potentially do some floor clips. Is Flight the best relic to find early on? Define best. It gives you the most options early on for sure, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best thing for all scenarios. I just can't floor clip, but I blame Duck Station. Well, you can blame whatever you want. Blame God. I don't care. Or whatever the fuck Delita says. Movement-wise? Again, it depends. Like, certain forms of flight are faster movement than others. What if you can RSL into Dracula if you have the Vlads? So, one of the potential rules that might be confusing to newer players, but is not a problem for experienced players that has been floated out there, is that if you have the prerequisite to do a thing normally, you can use a glitch to get to that thing faster. That's a proposed option as well. I'm doing all bosses again, yeah. So, for example, a reverse shift line would be a faster way to enter the Shaft and Dracula fight on average because you get to skip the clock room thing. It's relatively simple for players that know the intended progression for everything, but things get a little tricky in, like, more obscure logics, for sure. Well, since I'm allowing myself to do glitches... Oh, fuck. I was gonna say, Sword Bro would let me shop glitch. I think shop glitch should be banned, though. I'm of the opinion that we allow glitches that are fun and create a more fun experience. for Racing Randomizer, and I think Shop Glitch is less fun because it turns into a shit show of, did you find Sword Card or Fairy Familiar before getting to the shop, yes or no? If yes, you get a massive advantage, especially if you have any sort of sellable. If no, you just lose most of the time, depending on what's in the shop. Like, it just adds way more chaos to a race. They should feel fun and fair. Yeah, exactly. Because, like, I'm going to be so real with everyone involved right now, and this is just my opinion, but for those that are like, why would you only allow certain glitches but ban others? That's just an arbitrary rule set. I hate to break it to you. The rule set we have been playing for years is already arbitrary. And we have used even more arbitrary rule sets in the past. Things such as requiring Spike Breaker before doing Silver Ring was a rule set that was played for a very long time. Okay, well, there's our intended flight. So with this, I can now warp back to Allrocks and continue the clockwise route. Or I could just go to Outer Wall. I'm not sure which one I like better. I think I'm going to continue the clockwise route, yeah. Yeah. Everything's made up, including money. No, the money is real. It has to be. Society would collapse if we somehow, I don't know, got rid of, like, some sort of gold standard, perhaps, to back all of our money on? Huh. This just in, hold on. You're telling me something happened in the 80s that I should be aware of? Or no, it was like the 60s, actually, wasn't it? Something like that. The reason I don't like it is because of the arbitrary rule. Yeah, but nobody asked you, crazy. I'm joking. You're fine. You're allowed to have your opinions. Yeah, it was Nixon. I just assumed it was Reagan because, I mean, why wouldn't I? You know? There's a funny opportunity cost. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but funny opportunity cost could also just mean bad gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, it's just bad for everyone involved. Because, okay, here's a more extreme example that I think exemplifies why that sort of thought process doesn't lead to good gameplay. Imagine, if you will, there is a 1 in 100,000 chance that if you cast Soul Steal, you warp directly to Shaft and Dracula. There's an opportunity cost associated with randomly warping to Shaft and Dracula and beating the game faster if you get lucky in the 1 in 100,000. So you should just go for it, right? But what if you waste all of your time going for it and you don't actually make it there in time? Interesting decisions. When in reality, the decisions being made are not actually interesting at all. There's a trade-off. I think it would be different if we knew what the shop was and we can guarantee that the shop was good or something. But it being random makes it more dog shit in the long run, in my opinion. It's Turtles all the way down? Ninja Turtles, perhaps? Random stuff in my randomizer. You kid, but for those who unironically have that opinion of the randomizer should be random, well, how random should it be? Should we randomize every pixel on the screen until it turns into a garbled mess? That is probably the most random thing you could do. Does that make it fun or interesting? No. The whole point of a randomizer is to have restrictions on what is or is not randomized in a way that creates a new and fun gameplay experience based on the platform of the original game. Well, I can go to caverns now, and the question is, should I? I don't know. Yeah. Let's do this. People want to see haha quirky play paid off or wow nice routing strategy. The real answer is they want both, but you need there to be a balance. Otherwise, the game is unplayable garbage. If it's only haha quirky, then nothing is quirky. It's literally the fucking Incredibles quote. If every play is quirky haha random, then no play is quirky haha random. That's just the way the game is, and it's dog shit. If every play is, wow, you routed optimally, then it's not really a randomizer. The whole point is that there's nuance. It's like the whole point. I have to go back for Minotaur and Werewolf at some point, right? Yeah. I saw no relic there, but hopefully we find Mist at some point. You can have things that are randomized that don't encourage skill expression. Like, that's fine. Again, it's more of a balance thing. I think if you are a purist of everything needs to be pure random, which doesn't exist and wouldn't be fun, or everything needs to be pure control, in the player's control, that also would not be fun or interesting in a randomizer context. Like, that's like the whole reason why there are restrictions on what is or is not randomized. I jumped too early. I do want this. Ooh, diamond as well. Do you think allowing glitches will scare new players? No. Because if you are the type of person who is turned off by the idea of playing the game at a competitive level that requires investment of knowledge and skill, then you are not the type of person who would join the community in the first place. This is for people to race the randomizer in a semi-competitive or fully competitive like place. So like, no. You are already the kind of person who wouldn't show up to a race anyways, if that sort of thing does not excite you. Now, if you're the type of person who sees someone do a cool thing and say, wow, that looks cool, I want to try that for myself, let me sit down and learn it, then you are the type of person who would see a glitch and say, wow, that looks cool, I want to sit down and learn it, and maybe I will also join in on these races. I guess that makes sense. I mean, have you ever been interested, and this is a genuine question to you, have you ever been interested in something that looks cool or difficult and it is inspiring you to like participate in it or learn it for yourself? Is that like an experience that you've never had before? It's okay if it is. I'm just genuinely curious. Like, are you the type of person that thinks that everything should be easy and free the first time you play it or pick it up or do something with it? You know what I mean? Like, the process of learning and getting better at something doesn't intrigue you at all in a hobby or in a game for fun? Because if that's the case, why not just start every RPG you ever play at as level 99, maxed out, infinite HP, infinite MP, max weapons? You know what I mean? I'm not saying specifically right now. I'm saying literally anything in your life. You have never tried to get better at anything in your life for fun. You've never once said, Dark Souls looks like a fun game series. Let me try it out. And then let me learn the mechanics and like get better at them. Sort of thing. It is no different, right? Also, randomizer racing for the sake of our community who wants to do randomizer racing does not need to appeal to people who are interested in randomizer racing. Now, it's different if I'm trying to make an argument based off of, like, what will be the most interesting thing for, like, an audience? Or, like, a nebulous third party who is not interested in racing but wants to consume the content? That's a different story. Well, zipping in Elden Ring is, unfortunately, the most dogshit glitch to ever exist. Sorry to hear that, Galma. I'd like to learn movement stuff in SotN, but can't chain a wing smash or blade dash to save my life. Well, have you tried sitting down and like learn, like genuinely practicing it as a separate thing for more than like 15 minutes at a time? Like, how much effort have you put into trying to learn the thing? Like, objectively. You know what I mean? Like, I can show... I've done it before, and I'll do it again. I could show my first ever speedrun of this game on screen again. And that was after playing the game casually for, you know, dozens and dozens of hours, relearning a lot of the glitches, or just learning the glitches before even trying a run, and I still sucked ass at it. What's the Adventure Time quote? Being bad at something is the start of being sort of okay at something.
I'm interested in
Library cards are super expensive. Damn, I should have done the shop glitch. We also haven't had a chance to do any glitches yet. I want to point that out. We've been playing for 15 minutes. Not a single glitch has come up. Duplicator for sure, yeah. Probably Covenant Stone. We already have a library card in our inventory. We want to use like a strong throwable. I guess javelins are going to have to do it for now. And then I guess shurikens, sure.
Farewell for now.
Oh, wait, I already have a Buffalo Star. Is there like a potion I can buy for iframes?
I'm interested in this.
Yes.
Farewell for now.
I could have done floor clip. Which floor clip could I have done? Which one, Viral? Which floor clip could I have done? That one that I fucked up? Hold on. We're showcasing glitches. This is now slower because I missed it. The elevator one? The elevator one. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. I could have done that. See, I could have done that. See how cool that is? This is what they're taking away from you. It was slower to do it second try than it was to just hit it first try, by the way. Or just ignoring it. No, I'm trying to play the fucking game. Thank you, Mitch. Dumbass. Thank you for the 19 months. So caverns it is. I mean, that actually is cool. It is. And also, there's skill expression to be had there. Also, the other thing that I didn't bring up yet, but I think could be cool, is having randomizer players go buck wild with these glitches means there are more people testing them, testing setups, testing how to get them more consistent, which will only increase our consistency of doing these tricks as a community when we go back to actually just speedrunning the game. Pretty much, Alex, yeah. Shop glitch I'm banning, even though I didn't have access to it this seed. Reverse shift lines in general, I think, should just be banned because they just lead to... They are the most powerful glitch in the game. Same with regular shift lines. I think shift lines should be banned because they're just annoying and stupid to deal with. And lead to way too many weird edge cases that I just don't want to deal with. On top of the fact that it is much simpler to say, hey, no reverse shift lines than it is to say, like, these specific glitches are banned, you know? Because reverse shift lines allow for way too much shit. Same with shift lines. Have I considered your uninformed opinion? No, actually. Could you please provide it? If I had Soul of Bat, I could do more stuff here. There's some floor clips I could have went for. On the way to Succubus, you can floor clip and do some fun shit. But the other thing is that most of the time, these glitches are not going to come up because we won't have the relics required to do them. You know what I mean? Interesting that Echo is there. What is the game trying to tell me about this? I don't know. Really? All right, nice one. Dude! Guy's worrying about glitches when he should be worried about getting bitches! To move up the stairs quickly! I'm referring to the dogs. Hold on. I think this one is bad to go for, and it might soft lock me, but this is another one you can do. Right there. Close your eyes. Ah! Shouldn't this spit me out? I'm pretty sure transforming should spit me out. Hold on. I might have fucked up, chat. Yep, okay. So if you transform, you only get one screen freeze. See? That's pretty cool. Did it save me time? No, because I fucked it up. But it would have saved me time if I didn't fuck it up. Think about that. Would have saved me like 4 seconds, maybe. Yeah, again, one of the things that I think will be good is that allowing these glitches also just allows people to figure out how to do them properly. The one downside of allowing these glitches is that someone might soft lock or do some dumb shit that they don't know how to handle, and then they'll be like, wow, this rule set's stupid. Meanwhile, it's like literally a skill issue. Like I just had a skill issue just now. Because I knew how to fix the screen flash issue, which also would resolve itself eventually. It just looks really bad in the meantime. It just takes a long time and wastes you more time. That, to me, is a more interesting risk-reward. If you fuck up the glitch, it wastes more time than it saves. So you should only go for it if you're confident it'll save you time, or if you're an absolute narcissist who believes that they can do no wrong. I will figure out how to do this glitch without failing it, even though I've never practiced it before. If it happens to me, it's dumb. If it happens to you, it's a skill issue. Yes, exactly. It's like gambling. You know what? I should rephrase my entire position now. It's like gambling. If you win big, it's great. But if you lose, it's not my fault. I don't know. Someone soft locks themselves like that. You can't soft lock yourself on that specific skip. But if you try and enter like caverns early, for example, and you don't have a mist or bat, you can't do it. I think you maybe need a thrust sword as well. A thrust sword plus dive kick might be able to do it. But entering load zones from out of bounds is like a specific, you need a specific like way to trigger it. And each out of bounds movement is slightly different and specific as well. So again, it's like a case-by-case thing, whether you know how to do it properly or not. Which is a bad thing for people learning how to do these glitches. But also it's like, I don't know, you learned how to wing smash. You learned how to, you know, count complexity. You learned all these other complicated things. Adding some glitches on top, too much? What are you, scared? And again, if you're the type of person who doesn't want to learn glitches, but you're willing to like learn all of the randomizer specific tech and info, how is it any different? Is my question. Now, if the answer, and this is one of the things that I think a lot of people really underestimate, is just saying the words, I don't really like that, and then moving on. Imagine a world where you didn't have to justify your position with some sort of like half-baked pseudo-intellectual jargon that you don't know what you're talking about. Instead, you could just say, I don't really like that. Not really my thing. That is a position that I respect so much more than faux intellectualizing your way through a thing that you don't know what you're talking about. Is there a fear of glitches for fear of soft locking or forfeiting? I think that is a valid thing to be wary of, but if you're the type of person who thinks that you can perform these glitches without practicing them in the first place, then you are kind of in the wrong place. Essentially what I'm saying is, not to say that you can't make mistakes, but basically if you have the correct knowledge, you will be able to prevent yourself from performing soft locks. For one.
Oh, stop walking into fire! It's hot! Fire is hot! Ah, fire burn! Ah!
The other thing, thank you very much, Bad Gamer. Appreciate the 17 months, my dude. is that if you're the type of person to learn how to do a glitch in the first place, you are also more likely to be the type of person who learns how to do it properly. Like, you've already spent the time to learn it. Why wouldn't you spend more time to perfect it or get it to a place where it's not going to soft lock you? Especially if you know that that is a possibility. Because I'll be very happy to drop a full tutorial on how to perform every glitch in the game with like hand cam and everything to showcase how to do it properly without soft locking. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a problem. I can get the information into people's hands. It's just a matter of whether or not they will follow the information properly or if they will just half-ass it. Because at the same time, like, we don't say, oh, isn't it a problem for people to, like, aren't you scared that requiring Galamoth means people are gonna fuck up the fight and die? And then forfeit? I don't know, man. That sounds like a skill issue. If you don't learn how to fight Galamoth, that's a problem. If Galamoth is required for a rando seed, you're going to need to learn how to do it at some point. And the thing is these glitches aren't required. You could always do a slower alternative that doesn't save that much, like, that doesn't lose you that much time. You know what I mean? We've done one glitch in this entire seed, and it saved, if I had done it first try, it would have saved, like, 8 seconds. That's it. No other glitches have come up yet. Even if I wanted to do shop glitch, it didn't matter because I had enough money to buy everything I wanted. So yeah, if the Galamoth stun lock is a necessary piece of tech for learning the randomizer, how is that any different from telling people, like, here is a necessary piece of tech only if you want to add glitches to your repertoire, which is not even necessary. It is optional. So I'm trying to see where the problem lies, genuinely. And this is not... I don't know. We'll see. I'm basically fighting against Ghosts because I don't think anybody is really arguing against using glitches in a race context that is pre-agreed upon in a serious manner. I don't think people are actually doing that. But you have to fight the ghosts of debate perverts across the internet who have zero intention on actually participating in a Symphony of the Night randomizer race in the Long Library Discord, but will be like, but what about the children? Think of the children. AKA, think of the noobs. Think of the people who don't already have this knowledge. It's like, okay, they could acquire it the same way they acquire knowledge to participate in races in the first place. No, but that's bad. Also, if all bosses are on, you can't skip Richter. That's really funny. Because skipping Richter means you can't beat the game. The question is, do I skip Merman Statue? And I think I do. Okay, we just saved another 8 seconds, y'all. Let's fucking go. Holy, never mind, he's the GOAT. Never mind, these need to be banned. It's too powerful. The thing is I've explained 90% of glitches that are relevant to Randomizer anyways in various places. It's just a matter of compiling all of them to the same spot. I need to kill Minotaur before I go. I was kind of hoping I would find Mist. Although I'm basically forced to come back to First Castle at some point anyways, yeah. Right? Oh wait, but I found... No, I'm not. I'm not forced to come back to First Castle. Oops. I was not paying attention to the progression. I was too busy thinking about arguing with NPCs online. The simplest counter to that would be have resources to learn the glitches. Well, the thing is that, like, you say that, but having a counter versus people... Like, having a counter to an argument does not stop people from arguing in bad faith. Like, people will argue in bad faith regardless. And say, well, this is too hard for people to learn. Freaking KH jokingly said it's ableist to force people to learn glitches in Randomizer. But, like, people who argue in bad faith will actually attempt to hold that position or similar positions.
Hype train successful. Oh my god, streamer, you're so fucking awesome and sexy and everyone
Yeah,
loves
people
you
are gonna
because they give
nitpick,
you
yeah.
money.
Malcav, thank you very much. When in reality, the only things that will change from what it seems like, if things do change, is that floor clips with Wolf and Bat will be allowed. Specifically ones that don't allow you to get stuff out of logic. Yo, Doc Chris, thank you very much for the tier 3. Holy. Appreciate the 34 months. Yeah, Sestrin is also correct that the way that we will interface with Symphony of the Night Randomizer will be very different when Map Rando comes out. And the ways that glitches will be implemented will also be different, because it's like, if I go out of bounds in Map Rando, how is the game going to handle that? You know what I mean? Like, how will the game handle me clipping? Because, like, the glitches are not, like, self-isolated, you know what I mean? For example, I think this should be banned. Oops. Also, I think this would softlock me, but I actually kind of want to test to see if it will or not. Hold on. Let me make a save state real quick. I think I can do this since I have either a thrust sword or... I think because I have a thrust sword, I can do this. So I think what I need to do is equip the thrust sword, transform into Wolf, transform out. Oh, I have to do the out-of-bounds thrust thing. I don't think I did it. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. This is frustrating because you only have one frame to do the thrust. And I keep getting 2 frame map buffers. Wait, can I not do it here? Oh. So what I'm trying to do is you can't see me do it, but I'm out of bounds. I'm trying to turn around midair for 1 frame, and then 1 frame, turn around again. But it's not working. It's supposed to give me access to a dive kick, but it's not doing it. It's just taking away my ability to attack at all. Oh, even with the dive kick, you can't do this. See? Okay, so this is a soft lock. So if you do this floor clip without a mist or bat transformation, you are soft locked. That's what I wanted to test. Okay. Also, I think that floor clip in general probably needs to be banned because it corrupts the graphics. And I'm of the opinion that corrupting the graphics is probably just a glitch that just shouldn't be allowed. I wanted to double... I was 99% sure that you needed another transformation other than Wolf to make that glitch work. But I got to confirm it there, so that's good. There are people who treat speedrunners like they don't like the game because they beat it fast, arguing stuff like, oh, you don't like this game, then why do you beat it so fast? Oh, those are very, very smart individuals, actually. The problem with them is that they have an IQ of over 9,000, so arguing with them is impossible. It's one of the reasons why all speedrunners dodge that question, actually. Because if we actually engaged with someone with such a high intellectual prowess, then, like, everything we know and love would just be melted away. The whole facade of speedrunning video games would melt and disappear on its surface. I can't even quick grab, bro. Guy's so smart, his in value and overflows into negatives. Yeah. Are there other places you can go out of bounds that you can go through screen transitions with just a thrust sword? Oh, Oh, no. You're right, Durdrak. I'm misremembering. I was thinking of the out of bounds you have to do in to get past Cerberus without Bat. Required a thrust sword. I forget exactly how that one works, though. Which category was that in? Was that in low percent Bat? No. Was it in reverse reverse bosses, I mean? What? Pacifist. Pacifist. Yeah, the pacifist version of that skip. That's the one. So I think I was mixing up the pacifist idea of it. But also, certain out-of-bounds locations are just weird as well, so I'm not sure exactly how all that works. There might be a specific out-of-bounds thing that I'm unaware of that allows you to go through with... Wow, really? I guess my int is too low. That allows you to go through while just thrusting. Whoa. The trick that had to be relearned from scratch. Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that crash out. Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. Because I'm requiring all bosses, I can't even showcase the Lesser Demon skip. Hold on. Guys, if you really want to save some time, you do this. You can skip fighting Lesser Demon. If your weapon's bad, hold on. Huh? Oh, wait. Oops. I did it wrong. You need mist. While you're out of bounds, you mist to the left. And you skip... Huh? That's pretty cool, right? Anyways. Come on, guys! Also, hitting that skip first try is genuinely really tough. I'm making it look easy, but it's genuinely very difficult. Yeah, 2x heart refresh for Soul of Bat apparently requires holding jump. Yep. That was some secret evil technology as well. Hidden from us. Did I check the... I did not. Mother... Hold on. What am I, a frigging noob? Why would I leave the normal way when I could do this? I transformed so late there. Hold on. This. Please hold. When I could do this. What the fuck? I'm transforming so late. Come on, man. No, guys. It's faster. It's faster. I swear. Haha. Dude, I'm transforming late. Is my brain on a delay? There we go. Jesus. All of this will be allowed. Yay, you're allowed to rewind for sure. Okay, I wanted to check to see if that was a mana prism or not. So the question is, do I do Silver Ring or nah? That was a random Vlad. I think it was final Vlad because I got Merman Statue behind Spike Breaker. Echo is already available. That was at Succubus. So Bat is probably the final step, or the second to last, or not second to last, but one of the last steps. It's Bat into Spikebreaker location, which had Mist, which has then unlocks the Soul of Bat location. Silver Ring is just random though, and it can't be Bat. So I could save split for it. I'll just save split for it. Because why not? All the time building library shortcut option theoretically wasted. Not really, because this library shortcut is a different thing. It also prevents your ability to do certain movements to get to like fairy card faster. It's its own thing. Also, it allows you to get to the shop faster on your first visit, depending on what you find. You know what I mean? But I do see what you're saying. In theory, it kind of trivializes it. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. I haven't hit a single fucking quick grab, bro. But yeah, I think in general, most glitches aren't even going to come up. Like, you need Wolf for, like, all of the floor clips. If we did allow Shop Glitch, which I'm pretty against personally, if we allowed it Shop Glitch, that requires, Fairy Card if you want to do it on your first shop visit. Otherwise, if you want to do it on subsequent shop visits, you have to have Sword Card. I'm pretty sure for whatever reason, the Demon's conversation with you doesn't activate the Shop Glitch, if I remember correctly. Isn't that like a weird thing where if you have the Demon come out and talk, it doesn't overwrite the shop conversation for some reason? Is that true? Am I remembering that correctly? Does any knowers want to confirm that for me? You think Demon works? Oh, is it Nose Demon that doesn't work? One of them doesn't work. Nose Demon or maybe the Fairy doesn't work? One of them does not work. I know that for sure. Bat and Ghost? Well, yeah, those don't talk to you. But I'm pretty sure one of the ones with dialogue does not overwrite the shop dialogue, though. But I could be wrong. Maybe I tested it wrong. I remember this being a problem a really long time ago. They should all do it when talking. They should. Again, the reason why I'm bringing this up, Ma, is because like many years ago I tried this and I couldn't get it to work in the randomizer for one reason or another, and I forget why. I think it's Nose Demon. I think it's specifically Nose Demon doesn't work. That's why I was thinking that the regular Demon didn't work, but I think Nose Demon doesn't work. Because I thought, oh, this guy talks. Surely I'll be able to do Shop Glitch with this guy. But maybe I just did it wrong. Again, I'm just remembering from like years ago. It might have gotten fixed. Like you guys did a fix to the Nose Demon that made it so it does work for the glitches in the randomizer or whatever. Heart Refresh. Can I do anything with this Heart Refresh that's funny? That doesn't include just skipping all of the bosses and getting to the end of the game. I guess I could showcase that to showcase why we don't allow it. Because as soon as you find a Heart Refresh and are in the second castle with like either Mist, Power of Mist, or Bat, you just win the game. If I had 2 Heart Refreshes, I could beat the game with just Leapstone and Gravity Boots. Theoretically, you can beat it with just 1 Heart Refresh as well, but it's like sub-pixel perfect or whatever. Or I guess it would just be pixel perfect in that scenario because your starting position I don't think matters when you're moving 7 pixels per frame. All right, well, tried to land on one of those platforms, but it didn't work. A lot of stuff didn't get documented. Yeah, it might have been a problem with like an earlier version of the randomizer then. Either way, I think for balance reasons, Shop Glitch being banned is fine. Trying to think, are there any other, like, there's not much I can show off.
Double fist 2 girthy things. Oh, the sickest movement!
Lushi Gooshi, thank you very much for the prime. I appreciate it. Oh, wow. Thanks, creature. My dude. Would all RSLs be banned? I think all RSLs should be banned. Because they don't really lead to anything good, if that makes sense. Like, they will only be used for evil. In a randomizer context. I can't think of an RSL that would not be used for evil. Or at the very least would have a high likelihood of just being evil. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm so bad at this. Stop bonking! Thank you. I don't know what it is about bonking, but once you start bonking, you just can't stop. It's like Pringles or whatever. Ow. I think all, like, edge glitches probably just need to be banned. So no edging is probably the rule, and we don't clarify any more than that. No edge glitching. Very strangely, Nose Demon does not work. See? I knew it! I wasn't crazy! I knew one of them didn't work. I just mixed up which one it was. Whoa. I'm sure the comments on this video will be very normal and very well thought out and courteous to the ideas of knowing when and how to communicate on a subject that they may not be 100% invested in outside of being a passive enjoyer of content of it. I think that'll be very cool and awesome to see. I'm very excited to see the comment section here. I'm sure most people actually will be fine with it. God damn it, stop stoning me! Yeah, informed, nuanced opinions only. That's what we do here. That's what the YouTube comment section is for. Don't need that. Since this isn't a race, I will go out of my way to do Force of Echo, just so I don't leave it behind. Although I could. Well, this isn't really that much of a speedrun anyways. We've been messing around. Also, we never found Bat, and I think Soul of Bat is going to be... Oh, it's going to be Rings into Bat, isn't it? I think it might have to be. Wait, what? Correction, Nose Demon works if you time when you enter the room near the end of him talking? Whoa. Okay. Well, I'm glad you found that out, Mott. That's funny. Yeah, pro trick. Professionals only. New glitch lore? Well, to be fair, that's a glitch that only exists in the randomizer, since that familiar doesn't exist in the vanilla game. But it's still cool to know. Maybe that's how it works in Japanese 1.0 as well. Because that guy's in Japanese 1.0, I'm pretty sure, right? It exists but is unobtainable? Oh, really? Why did I think the Japanese versions of the game just allowed you to obtain them? The timing isn't that tight. It's just you can't do it as soon as he starts talking, basically. It's like later on. Obtain what now? Does Japanese 1.0 allow you to collect the Nose Demon via normal gameplay means? Is there no JP Rando community? I don't know if there's a JP SotN community at all. There's like one Japanese runner that I've ever known of, like ever. Yeah, he's just in the ceiling. That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought the Japanese versions of the game just have him out and about, and then in the English version they were cut. You were talking about the U.S. release? I said Japanese 1.0. Crazy. You fucked me. You spread misinformation unintentionally by not understanding the context of what I was saying. No, the internet is ruined. 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 I think Saturn is the only JP version with a randomizer. I think Gaboon is asking, like, why don't Japanese players play the randomizer? Before I was talking about the US release. I never asked how to get it in the US release. Bastard. You just misunderstood the context and now you're doubling down. You misunderstood what was happening. It wasn't mistimed. I never said, oh, how do you get this in the US release? You know of at least one JP player? Ah. Well, there you go. Congratulations. But in general, I don't think there's been that many, like, Japanese runners of the game either. It's the only source of entertainment locked in the basement? Well, you need to pay more attention then. Or no sunlight for the next 4 months. Again. Whee. Yerp. Somehow Fran got to leave? Yeah. I think it's more so that she just, like, wiggled out of the chains and phased through solid objects. There's nothing I could do about it.
The D stands for dicks.
That too.
But, like, it's cool, though.
What up, Icon of Sin? Thank you very much for the 10 months. My goat. I don't know, man. I'm basically fighting demons that don't exist in the comment section that don't exist yet. But I think this playthrough of me intentionally trying to showcase glitches shows that, like, it probably doesn't even come up all that much. You know what I mean? I did forget to do the outer wall clip, I guess. But, like, I don't know. That's good to know. Wait for the nose demon to give you the hand sign. Oh, go from the hand sign to kind of normal. So once the hand sign is over, got it. Ah. Yeah, I think the only thing is, oh wow, right side, best side. Skipping glitches or banning glitches for balance reasons, I think is reasonable. Things like shop glitch and shift lines in general. One of the reasons why I think shift lines in general should be banned is because it's also a balance thing. Because, like, you don't have access to the tools to perform a shift line in every rando. And it would turn rando seeds into find the heart refresh and win, needle in the haystack type shit, versus the way that they currently are, which is, like, route the logic relatively reasonably. And, like, the tools that you get along the way help you route. And that's why I like the glitches that are associated with transformations more, because you're incentivized to find transformations logically anyways. That's the whole reason behind my philosophy for allowing certain glitches but banning others. So for example, if you can do a shift line without using an itemless shift line, if you will, then I think that's chill. AKA the ones in Clock Tower. The ones that can be done without a screen freeze. Like, who cares if you do a glitch that saves you, like, 4 seconds by doing a thing. Yeah, essentially, like, no screen freeze shift lines. To my understanding, there's only 2 in the game. There's the, I guess, depending on the iteration of the reverse castle or regular castle, so 4. The one on the way to Karasuman, if you backdash in the right spot, you just zip forward because the screen is broken. And then leaving the...
That didn't count?
The one with the
You're
cog
smoking
room.
my penis right now.
Which I guess you can do in 2 separate directions. You can do the cog room, shift line, exiting the cog secret, and exiting the breakable wall. Both allow for shift lines. But those are because of, like, misalignments in, like, the collision of the rooms. B&B Gourmand, thank you very much for the 6 months. I appreciate you. But yeah, we didn't get to really showcase much outside of the library floor clip, and that was it. Because, like, so far, no one has brought up any, like, glitches that I'm currently... The gate causes the RSL condition to get... Wait, what? Which gate? In Clock Tower? How does that... How does the gate cause the shift line with the breakable wall, then? If it's not a misalignment. What up, technicalities? It has to do with how the gate overlaps Alucard when he comes
Dinosaurs? More like dinosaurs.
to the bottom right exit.
Honk.
But what about the breakable wall, Mott? The breakable wall has nothing to do with that gate, and you can still shift line there, I'm pretty sure. Mid-room change triggers? It is, yes. Okay, so that's a different thing. Okay. I thought they were the same cause, that it was a room misalignment, but now I understand what you're saying. But yeah, those 2 clock room shift lines, who cares about those, to be honest? They don't cause you to, like, go out of bounds and skip a bunch of stuff. If anything, you can accidentally soft lock with one of them, but that got patched out for that reason. Like, reverse shift lines, those are evil. Because, like, as soon as I found that heart refresh, oops, I could have just done this and ignored the rest of the game. Except I'm fucking bad at the game. You don't even need bat for this. You can do it in mist form. It's just a little bit more tricky to do it in mist form. Oh my god, Everyone point and laugh at how bad I am at the game. It would have been faster to literally just let the clock statue move. There we go. Is there a randomizer mode that forces you to stay in transformations? Yes, there is dog life, which modifies the abilities of the dog to force you in dog form the entire time. Would it be possible to beat the game in those conditions? If you were forced to never untransform, no, you cannot beat the game normally because you cannot open red doors while transformed. You just can't do it. Dude, I only have 1 heart refresh. If I had 2, I could skip Shaft. Fuck. Current world record holder, by the way. Yeah, you're right. I'm washed. It's true.
Kill me! Kill me! I yearn for the sweet release of death.
Kiragon, thank you very much for the 4 months. How many years did it take you to not make dick jokes every time you mention Shaft? Oh, God. Honestly, I still struggle with it to this very day. And time. So yeah, I don't know. Is this scary? Was this randomizer playthrough tainted
I'm interested in
by
this.
glitches?
All hop in the hype train. Let's go.
I don't know. It felt fine. Like I said, I don't think most glitches are even going to come up for a lot of seats. The only reason we were able to do so many floor clips is because we were playing Lycanthrope. So, I don't know. And there's already so many tricks that are glitchless that we use, like blind spike navigation, iframe abuse for Silver Ring, you know, gravity jumps without leapstone, like stuff that's not intended, still gets used all the time for glitchless context. So, you know, is it really that bad to add a few floor clips? As long as we as a community know how to do them in ways that don't result in like soft locks or flashing screens. Aren't those just exploits? Yes, what I'm saying is if we already allow exploits that are not us playing the game in a way that the dev's not intended for, is it that much worse to allow glitches that also allow for us to play in games that play the game in a way that the devs did not intend for? Jesus Christ, talking is difficult. We already have an arbitrary rule set of which glitches and exploits are banned. Do we want to change the rule set? And I think allowing basic floor clips that let you save a couple seconds, I don't know. That is to be determined, Mott. That is one of the ones that I am still iffy on. I think in general, it's probably not a good idea to allow for the caverns floor clip because one, you can soft lock there if you don't have the transformations, and a lot of people are going to forget about it. So I think just banning it outright is probably better to save people from themselves. Same with like Richter skip. Richter skip probably should just be banned because it'll save people from themselves from soft locking there, for one. For two, I think as a player / observer of the game, any glitch that corrupts the graphics that you look at on screen is probably bad for the visual appreciation of the game, even if it doesn't last for very long. Like forcing people to play with corrupted graphics, I think, is not good. Because that to me feels like stepping the line of like, hey, this thing is optimal and we're encouraging it, but it makes the game look like shit. And I personally don't know if I'm willing to say, hey, we are encouraging us to play in a way that causes the game to look like shit. I would have a different tune 100% if it didn't corrupt the graphics. If it didn't corrupt the graphics,
What will you do now?
I would probably be chill with it, to be 100% honest with you. Because it is just a skill check that lets you save some time. But I don't like the idea of having to save time at the cost of making the game look like
I
garbage.
see.
But that's just me. Let me hear your comments in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, join the live streams, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz, and I'll see you next time, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye-bye.